A very hearty good evening to all my dear students. I welcome you all to my channel. In today's class, we are going to take our discussion to another level and we will be discussing about how to import modules in our Python program. In our previous class, we had already started with the introduction to Python modules. We have already seen how modules are created and what do modules contain. So modules are nothing but they are simple Python programs which contain a group of statements arranged in the form of functions, and they could have different variables, classes, objects, doc strings, which help us to understand the content of the program. So now these programs, the main idea behind these programs is, as I've already, like I said before, that it is reusability. Write once and use it multiple times. So that is the only thing, that's one very important feature of such programs which enable us to utilize them multiple times. So here today we are going to see how these Python modules are imported in our program, in how many different ways we can import Python modules in our program. So let's move on. So here we are. We will be seeing each of these methods in detail. So you can see we have three methods here. Help, using help on user defined modules or predefined modules. Using dir, importing modules, and these are the different ways in which we can import modules. So in the previous class, if you remember, I had created a module named interest. So it was a simple Python program, that is interest.py, which consisted of two functions. So first I will take you to that location where we have saved this. So this is the location where I have saved it, and you can see the location over here. I will just copy it and I will paste it here. So you can see very easily that this is the location where it is saved. That is C program files Python 38 lib site packages. So site packages is the location which contains all our packages and their integrated modules and the modules within them. So packages are usually collections of, we can say packages are usually collections of modules, and these modules are collections of related Python programs where these Python programs, they actually contain many related functions which handle data of a particular type or operations of a particular type. So site packages is the location which contains all our packages and their consistent modules. So what I have done is I have copied my package, I have copied my module and I have pasted it over there. How I have done it, that is a topic for another day. We would be discussing in detail how I would be teaching you how we can create this package and how we can uh, use it in the form of a module, how we can import it as a module. So we are just going to see some other parts today. So we are just going to see some other things today. So now that it is already a module, I will show you how we can import it in our program. So you can see this. I'm writing here import interest. Now, because over here you can see that interest is a folder which already contains the module interest. So I will have to import it in this way. That is, I will be using a help function on it. You already know that help function is used for seeking help on any particular keyword or inbuilt function or any other function which is there in Python. So I'm just going to type here interest. That is the outside folder name interest and the inside module name interest. So you can just see I'm just typing here import interest. That is because you can see over here that my interest module is within the folder interest. So this folder interest will form the package and interest will form the module. So I'll be importing it in this way and I'll be using help on this. And when I press enter, you can see that it returns the entire information about the interest module. If I just show it to you, I'm just going to open it. And here you can see exactly the statements which are written. So you can see where we have used a doc string which is being displayed over here. That is, this module helps in calculating simple and compound interests. So this doc string comes into effect over here. It helps us to understand what are the contents of this module. And you can also see the functions which are there, and within the functions the doc string is also returned. We had used doc strings, if you remember. We had used these doc strings to just specify the value being returned by this function. So that doc string is being displayed over here, and any data is also there, that is in the form of constants. So I've already used constants in the program, and hence these constants are being returned over here. Likewise, I also have another module inside packages. I'll show it to you, and its name is temperature. And how this temperature module works, that is also a user defined module. So I'll first open that module for you all. So this is my temperature module, and you can see it also contains doc strings and it also contains two constants. So let's see how this works. So we will be first importing this. Import temperature. So I've written import temperature here. I'll just be reducing the size so that you can see what is going on. Yes. So now I'll be using the help module on it. And you can see the entire information about this. That is the name, functions, data, file. So all that information is being displayed here. Now, related to this only, we have another. Now, if you want to use this help module on any help function on any module like math, some inbuilt, let us take the case of some in predefined modules of Python. I'm just going to write import math and just going to type help math, and you can see it squeezes the text. So I'm just going to double click on it, and you'll be able to see the description about all the various functions which are there within this file, within this module. So you can use it, and also the data, that is value of e, pi, tau, all these values are also being displayed. So you can seek help on any Python module using the help function. Now we have another function, that is dir. So let's check out dir. So I'm going to first use dir on interest. and you can see that it contains it displays all the content of the module. That is, you can see the two constants, rate of interest, time period. Then these are some some inbuilt, or you can say some Python uh, identifiers, okay, which are needed for um, making interest in the form of a module. That is, they are used for specifying the details about the module interest: cache, doc, file, loader, name, package. All these are the system defined variables, and you can also see the user defined functions here: compound interest and simple interest. I'm going to use it on temperature also. So here you can see temperature, boiling point, freezing point, then 2 centigrade, 2 Fahrenheit. These are the functions, the inbuilt functions within the module temperature. So this dir, if I now use on math module, you'll be able to see all the different functions of math module, and not only that, also the various constants which are there in the math module. So that also you can see. So these two are important functions which enable us to seek help on any particular module, whether it is a predefined inbuilt standard Python library module or it is a user defined module. Next is importing modules in a Python program. So how do we import modules in a Python program? So you can see some already mentioned methods here. The first method is importing entire module. Second is importing two modules, then importing select objects from a module. Within that also to import single object, to import multiple objects, to import all objects of a module. So let's start with importing entire module. So how do you import an entire module? So for that you will simply write import and module name. As an example, if you check it, I can simply write import math. In this case, what will happen if I have to use any constant within math, or if I have to use any function within math, then I will have to qualify that particular function with the namespace math. In our next class, we will be learning about namespaces. So you can just understand that namespace is nothing but the name of the module. So I'm just going to type here print math dot sqrt 49. So when I do this, I will get the result as 7, that is the square root of 49. But I have to qualify this square root function using this module name, that is math, and a period or a dot sign after that. Okay. So usually it is like this: module name dot member. Now, why member name? Member name means it could be any inbuilt function, or it could be any constant or identifier, whatever you intend to use. Any function or any constant within the module that is in uh, question over here. So this is one way. Our next way is importing two modules. So over here we had already seen, one second, let me just change. So we have already seen this one, and now we will be seeing the second one, that is importing two modules. So how do we import two modules? So for that we will be writing import module name 1 and so on. So you can see that importing one module is mandatory, but others are optional. That is, if you want, you can import other modules also. How? I can write import temperature, comma, interest. So I am importing two modules over here. Okay, I can write import math, comma, CMath, where math is used for simple arithmetic operations. That is, math is used for all mathematical operations, and CMath is used for all those mathematical operations which are performed on complex numbers. So all you have to do is just qualify the data member, qualify the member of that module with the name of the module. Whichever member you want to use, you just have to qualify it using the name of the module and a period symbol. So that is how you can import more than one modules in your program. Our next is importing select objects from a module. Now, how to import select objects? So first is importing a single object. So how do we import a single object? Let's see that. So we write import, one second. We use the from keyword over here, from module name, import object. So from module name, import object. Like I write here, from temperature, import to centigrade. Or I write here, from math, import sqrt. So now in this case, you don't have to qualify sqrt with math, because already sqrt is added to the program namespace. So I can simply write print sqrt 49, and this will give me 7. Why? Because I have already specified what am I importing, and that too from where. So I am importing the sqrt member from math module. sqrt could be any literal, it could be a variable, it could be a named label, it could be a function, a class, an object, any of the components which are there within the module, that is math. And here also I have imported to centigrade. So that also I can use like this. I can convert any temperature to centigrade using this. So I can write to centigrade 49.3, where 49.3 is the temperature in degree Fahrenheit, and I am converting it into degree centigrade. So I can simply use this to centigrade without any qualifier before this. So that was the first one, that is to import a single object. Now it is to import multiple objects. How do we import? Now in this only, I can simply add sqrt pow tan. Here I can simply add to Fahrenheit. So this means I am adding multiple objects which I have to import in my program. So I can easily use them without any qualifier. So this will give me the result 3 raised to the power 2, that is 9. And easily I can use Fahrenheit to Fahrenheit also. Next is the last one, to import all objects of a module. Now this is very simple. From module name, import asterisk. So this asterisk means import all objects. So all the objects which are there within the module, they will be imported. Like if I write from math, import all. So all the functions tan, sine, cos, sqrt, pow, ceil, floor, log, log10, all the functions which are there within math will be imported just like that in your program, and you will be able to use them without any qualifier. Same way here also, for any module, if you are simply writing asterisk, it means you are importing all the objects, even including the uh, constants within that module. So let me just demonstrate this to you. If I write here, I have already imported math.h here. So I am just going to type here from math import asterisk. And now I am just going to print pow 3 comma 4, and it gives me the value. I write print pi, and it will print the value of pi. I write print e, and it prints the value of e. So this is how I can use all the features or all the objects which are there within the module math without using the qualifier math. So that's all in today's class. I hope you have understood all the taught topics of how to import modules in our program. Until and unless you know how to import modules in our program, creating modules will not be clear to you. So we need to first get into the habit of using these modules, and then we can easily create our own modules and set them as, or fix them or configure them as modules within site packages, which we can use anytime using the import option or import command. So that's all in today's class. See you again in our next class. Thank you.